Listen closely because this is where most men go wrong. You think she's unaffected when you pull away. You assume she's moved on without a second thought. But the truth, she feels it. The silence messes with her mind in ways you wouldn't believe. At first, she might act strong, pretend she doesn't care. But behind closed doors, everything changes. And here's the real kicker. It's not the silence itself that makes her miss you. It's what happens next. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to handle this the right way and make her feel your absence like never before. 1. She starts randomly reaching out at first. She told herself she wouldn't text you. She convinced herself she didn't care that she was fine without you. But now her fingers hover over your name in her contact list, debating whether to send that message she might have held out for days, even weeks, believing that ignoring you would make her feel in control. But silence has a way of creeping up on people, making them second-guess everything. So, what does she do? She breaks the silence, but subtly, it's never a direct, "I miss you," or "I regret what happened." Instead, she disguises it as something casual, something indirect. It might look like this. "Hey, I just saw something that reminded me of you." A classic way to reignite conversation without looking desperate. "Hope you're doing well." Translation: I wonder if you've forgotten about me. A simple like or reaction to an old post of yours. She's poking you. Emotionally, testing if you'll engage. But don't be fooled. This is a test. She wants to see if she still has a hold on you, if you'll react, if you're still there waiting, and if you do respond quickly, she might suddenly act distant again because now she got what she wanted. But if you ignore it, or keep your response cold and short, that's when. Her first reaction. When you go silent, her panic starts to grow. This is how you know she truly misses you, because if she didn't, she wouldn't feel the need to check in the first place. The moment she notices your absence, her ego takes a hit. And that's when she starts subtly trying to pull you back in too. She becomes more active on social media. Ever notice that, right after you go silent, she suddenly starts posting more? This is not a coincidence when a woman misses you, but doesn't want to admit it. She tries to get your attention indirectly. She wants you to notice her without her having to be the one to break the silence. So what does she do? She turns to social media. More selfies than usual, often looking extra good as if she's glowing without you. Cryptic captions that hint at emotions. Things like "everything happens for a reason," or lessons learned song lyrics about heartbreak, longing, or missing someone posted in a way that makes you wonder if they're about you. She's creating a digital signal flare, hoping you notice. Maybe she suddenly posts a throwback picture from a time you were together, knowing it'll catch your eye. Maybe she shares a post about relationships, heartbreak, or self-improvement, something that she knows will get your attention. Or maybe she starts posting pictures with other guys, not because she's moved on, but because she wants you to react. This is a classic psychological tactic: trigger jealousy to force you into action. She wants to plant a seed of doubt in your mind to make you think, wait, has she already moved on? And the more you don't react, the more it drives her crazy, because in her mind she's pushing buttons that should be working. But if they aren't, that means she's losing control over you. 3. She asks about you through mutual friends. If she's really missing you but too stubborn to reach out directly, she'll start finding ways to get information. She might casually ask your friends, "Hey, how's he been?" A vague way of checking in. Has he been seeing anyone? The real question she wants to ask is, he doing okay? She wants to know if you're struggling without her or thriving. And here's what's funny. The more she hears that you're completely fine without her, the more it stings. She expected you to be missing her, checking her social media, maybe even trying to reach out. But instead, you're quiet, you're unbothered. And that drives her insane, because in her mind, if a man truly loved her, he'd still be thinking about her. But now she's starting to wonder, was I not that important to him? Did he already move on? Wait, what if he found someone else? And the emotional shift she didn't expect. Moment those thoughts start creeping in, the power completely shifts. She's no longer in control. You are 4. She suddenly appears where you are. Here's where things get interesting. If she knows where you usually go, your gym, your favorite coffee shop, a certain club or event. You might suddenly start running into her. Coincidence? Nope. This is calculated. She knows if she shows up looking good, acting confident, you'll have to notice her. She might pretend it's nothing, acting surprised when she sees you. Oh my God. I had no idea you'd be here, but in reality she planned this. She wants to see your reaction. She wants to gauge where you stand emotionally. She wants to know if she still has that pull on you, and if you play it cool, if you're completely unbothered when you see her. That's when she really starts feeling the loss, because now it's real 5. She starts dropping hints that she regrets losing you. When a woman desperately misses you, she'll start showing signs that she wants you back without actually saying it. Maybe she posts something on social media about wanting to fix past mistakes. Maybe she texts you about a random memory you shared together. Maybe she sends you a message out of nowhere saying, "I miss talking to you." Or the biggest sign, she might actually apologize, even if it's small, like, "I know I could have handled things better. I didn't appreciate you enough. I never wanted things to turn out this way." At this point, her pride is crumbling. She realizes now what she lost, but the question is, will you give her another chance? That's up to you. But if you want to keep her missing, the best thing to do, keep her wondering. Because once a woman truly realizes she lost a high-value man, she'll never forget it. 6. She becomes overly emotional or defensive. At first she acted like nothing happened. She played it cool, pretending that she was unfazed, as if losing you had no effect on her whatsoever. But over time, something starts to shift. The reality of your absence begins to sink in, and she doesn't know how to handle it. She told herself she was strong enough to move on quickly. She might have even convinced herself that cutting you off was the best thing she ever did. But emotions don't just disappear. The deeper her attachment to you was, the stronger the emotional reaction will be when she realizes she can no longer have you. So what does she do? She starts becoming emotionally unpredictable. One moment, she's acting like she's completely fine, posting happy selfies, going out with friends, laughing in videos, trying to prove to the world and to herself that she's doing better than ever. But then suddenly her mood swings. Maybe she starts arguing more with her friends or family. Maybe she lashes out randomly over something small that never bothered her before. Maybe she starts getting frustrated over things that aren't even related to you. But deep down, everything is connected to the emotional stress she's feeling. And here's what's interesting. If you ever do run into her, or if there's some indirect interaction, you might notice her acting cold or distant. She might even snap at you for no reason. And this might make you think, wow, she really doesn't care. But here's the truth. If she didn't care, she wouldn't react emotionally at all. A woman who is truly over you won't feel the need to prove anything. She won't care to act distant. She won't go out of her way to post cryptic messages or try to make you jealous. But the fact that the moment she starts regretting losing you, she's emotionally unstable, defensive, or easily irritated, that's a clear sign. She's feeling something deeper, but she refuses to acknowledge it, and that's where the power dynamic completely shifts, because while she's losing control over her emotions, you're staying calm, focused, and completely in control of your own life. And trust me, that imbalance is driving her crazy. 7. She starts reappearing in places you used to go. One of the biggest signs that a woman misses you is when she suddenly starts appearing in places she knows you'll be now. You might be tempted to think it's just a coincidence, but it's not. A woman who is truly trying to move on will avoid places that remind her of you. She won't actively seek out spots that bring back memories, but when she misses you, when your absence is starting to get to her, she'll try to recreate those past moments. And here's how it happens. She starts going to your usual places, even if she never cared about them before. If you had a favorite coffee shop, she might randomly start showing up there. If you go to a certain gym, she suddenly decides to sign up. If you had mutual friends, and there's a gathering, she makes sure she's there. She tries to bump into you accidentally. Maybe you see her at the grocery store even though she never shops there. Maybe she's at an event you're at, pretending it was just a random decision to go. Maybe she just happens to be walking in the same area as you. When she knows your routine, she wants you to notice her. She dresses better than usual, hoping you'll see her and feel something. She acts like she's having a great time, even if she's secretly scanning the room for your reaction. She's trying to remind you of her presence because deep down she wants to know if she still has an effect on you. Now the key here is how you react. If you approach her, if you act excited, if you show that you care, she wins. But if you remain calm, detached, and unbothered, she starts feeling the loss even more because now she sees you moving on. And that's when her regret starts kicking in. 8. She starts dropping hints that she's unhappy if she's missing you but too prideful to admit it. She'll start subtly revealing that she's not doing as well as she pretends to be. At first, she'll try how to handle it to make her chase. You act strong. She'll post pictures looking happy, going out with friends, acting as if her life has never been better, but slowly cracks start to form. Maybe she posts a sad song lyric that seems a little too personal. Maybe she starts sharing quotes about losing something valuable. Maybe she posts a picture of an old place you used to go together without any explanation. All of these are hints. She's putting them out there hoping you will pick up on them and reach out, because deep down, she doesn't want to be the one to break the silence. She wants you to do it, so she can tell herself that you were the one who couldn't resist, that you were still thinking about her. But here's where the real power is. The longer you let her sit in that regret, the more she starts realizing she was the one who messed up, and at that point, she's the one who will have to decide whether to swallow her pride or lose you forever. 9. She tries to make you jealous when a woman desperately misses you, but she's angry that you haven't chased her. She will often use jealousy as a weapon. Maybe she posts a picture with another guy hoping you'll see it. Maybe she mentions dating someone new to a mutual friend, knowing the news will reach you. Maybe she flirts with someone publicly trying to trigger a reaction from you. But here's what you need to understand. If she was truly over you, she wouldn't need to prove anything. The fact that she's going out of her way to make sure you see her with another man, that's not moving on, that's manipulation. She wants to see if you still care. She wants to test if she can get an emotional reaction from you. But the worst thing you can do, fall for it, because the moment you act jealous, text her, or react emotionally, she knows she still has power over you. The best move? Stay unbothered. The more she sees that her tricks aren't working, the more frustrated she'll become, and that's when the tables truly turn 10. She finally breaks down and reaches out. This is the final stage after all the social media posts, the indirect hints, the failed attempts to make you jealous. She realizes it's not working, and that's when she does what she swore she wouldn't do. She reaches out directly. At first, it might be something casual. Hey, how have you been? I just wanted to check on you, or even a random accidental text, but the reality, she's been thinking about you nonstop. The question is, what will you do next? Because if you play this moment right, she'll miss you more than she ever expected. 11. She starts comparing every man to you when a woman truly misses you. But she's trying to move on. She'll start looking for someone to fill your place at first. She'll tell herself she's ready to date again. The most important thing to do next might download dating apps or start going on dates. She might even find a new guy to talk to. But here's where things backfire on her. The more she interacts with other men, the more she realizes they don't measure up to you. Why? Because you left an emotional imprint that she can't erase. At first, she tries to ignore it. She tells herself, I just need time to get to know this new guy. Maybe I'm overthinking things. Maybe I just miss having someone, not necessarily him. But eventually the comparisons start to hit her harder. His humor isn't the same as yours. He doesn't understand her the way you did. Conversations feel forced, awkward, or just off. And then she realizes something even worse. It's not just the guy who's different, she's different when she was with you. She felt a certain way, she had a deep emotional connection. There was something real between you. And now she's stuck in superficial interactions that don't bring her the same fulfillment. That's when she starts thinking about you even more. She replays memories in her mind. She wonders if she made a mistake. She starts regretting pushing you away. And the most important part now, she knows for a fact that you were irreplaceable. 12. She becomes more nostalgic than ever. When a woman misses you desperately, she starts living in the past. She scrolls through old pictures of you two. She watches videos you took together. She remembers inside jokes and things that only made sense between the two of you. And what does this do? It makes her emotional attachment to you even stronger. Suddenly, random songs remind her of you. A certain smell brings back old memories. She passes by a place you both loved and it hits her. She might try to hide these feelings at first, but no matter how hard she tries, she can't escape the nostalgia. And here's what's interesting. She starts associating you with the good times in her life. The deeper this feeling gets, the harder it becomes for her to detach from you. And if she reaches out, it won't be because she just misses you. It's because she can't stand the thought of not having you in her life anymore. If this video gave you clarity, hit the like button and subscribe for more. And if you want to see how to make her miss you even more, check out the next video on your screen now.